Moana Exiles Talkative Try here, back with another Path of Exile 2 video. Today we are answering the burning questions that people have about PoE2's early access period. There's a lot of stuff that people are asking in the comments and on Reddit and on Twitter that I can answer here today in rapid fire format, including how you can calculate in 2 seconds how much you've spent on Path of Exile 1 historically, so you know whether or not you'll need to buy a key or if Grinding Gear Games is going to reward you with one for your ever-loving support. I just noticed I had a water bottle here. Just as a disclaimer for all you exiles out there, this video doesn't contain new information. It's just questions that I have seen asked hundreds of times in the past few days, and it's all collected in one video. Let's dive right in, exiles. How will I access early access? Well, Path of Exile 2's early access is structured like the Fall of Oriath, with supporter packs that grant access. Here were the tiers then, with the lowest being $30 for access. All tiers included a key and at least something extra like cosmetics and points, with the top tier packs containing physical goods like t-shirts. These points, you guys need to remember, can be used to buy things like stash tabs in the game. So even though you're purchasing access, you're also getting the ability to buy stash tabs that you'll use for years and years to come, if you've never played or spent money on Path of Exile before. Because additionally, historic supporters who meet a certain payment threshold, confirmed by Jonathan Rogers through Zizarin to be $480, will automatically be granted a key to Path of Exile 2 early access by Grinding Gear Games as a token of gratitude. How can I see how much I've spent on Path of Exile so far? Now, instead of manually summing up how much you've spent on Path of Exile over the past 13 years of it being out, you can use this handy script created by Daniel Terringer and his brother to calculate it in seconds, but you need to follow the steps that I'm going to showcase here today. So pull up the script itself. It's going to be in the description below. Click on the PoE transaction counter.js. Then you are going to go and click on the raw data. And then you are going to Control A, Control C, and you have it on your clipboard now, everything here. Then you're going to navigate not to the Path of Exile 2 website, but to your Path of Exile account on the Path of Exile website. Oh, and look, they did announce it on their website that the stream is coming soon. The classic announcement of the announcement. Now you are going to go to your account. You do this by clicking right here on your account. And then you are going to scroll down and go to View Transactions. And now you are going to right-click and click View Page Source. That is not what you're going to click. That is wrong. This is live. You're going to click Inspect. Then you're going to go to Console, and you might have to allow this to happen just by typing in something into your console. Otherwise, if you've already allowed it in the past, you're going to copy paste that script into your console. This is safe. Trust me. And then you're going to press Enter. And you will get this right here. A notification up top. pathofexile.com says you have spent $740 on microtransactions. And remember, we are 99.9% confirmed that $480 or so is the cutoff point to get your free early access key. Now, during the Fall of Oriath's closed beta, which this is being based on, there were also random keys given away every single day, between 500 and 1,000 random keys, and players were able to gift keys. We're not quite yet sure what's happening with Path of Exile 2, and if that is also the case, when we know, I will let you know. Next question, how long will Path of Exile 2's early access last? The estimate is between 6 and 12 months, but it could be longer. During this time, you will have full access to the game, and the only downtime will be for large patches and the transition from early access to the full actual release of Path of Exile 2. Will all platforms be able to play on launch? Yes, all platforms will be supported on Path of Exile 2's launch on November 15th, including PC, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5. Will there be updates during early access? Yes, there will be numerous updates. Some will be tiny, fixing bugs and adding small chunks of content to the game like skills. Others will be tremendous, adding entire acts, leagues, and bosses to the game. It will culminate with the end of early access and the game's official release of version 1.0. Will I be able to use my stash tabs from Path of Exile 1 in PoE2's early access from day one? Yeah, from day one onward, all your stash tabs from Path of Exile 1 will be present in Path of Exile 2. This is not the case for stash tabs for specific items that are not in Path of Exile 2. For example, if Delve is not in PoE2's early access launch, your fossil and resonator tab will not be present. Will I be able to use my cosmetics in early access? Yes, you will be able to. Although all PoE1 cosmetics, especially older ones, might not be fully up to date. Additionally, any cosmetics for skills no longer in PoE2 will not be available. For example, if Righteous Fire works differently in Path of Exile 2 than it does in PoE1, then you will not be able to use that specific microtransaction. How much content will be available at the start of early access? 3 of the planned 6 acts and endgame content, alongside up to 8 classes, hundreds of skills, items, and passives, and 1 ascendancy class per character class. This is a slew of content, and it is likely going to last many typical Path of Exile players and new players hundreds, if not thousands of hours. Seriously, I think we hear going from 6 acts to 3 acts upon launch, and we think, oh my gosh, that's tons of content being cut. Then we forget that there's all these different classes, the skills, the passive trees, the items, all the uniques that we have not yet seen. Path of Exile is not just its content. And by that, I mean it's not the areas you're exploring, the bosses you're fighting. Sure, it's unfortunate that we're not going to see the conclusion of the story as fast as we all want to, because I know we're all big lore enthusiasts, but we still have so much available to us. It's going to be an absolute blast. Yeah, after I sat down and said I was like disappointed in that, I realized, whoa, there's actually a ton incoming. If you like this video, like it and subscribe to Talkative for more Path of Exile 2 content. I'll see you in the next one, my fellow exile.